Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now on today's show we are going to be looking at the new Enterprise NX-01 Epic Officer Charles Tucker III, or in the game as we've called him is Trip Tucker, over on the far side there. But because it is Enterprise, it would not go amiss without mentioning the sad death of Gary Graham, who sadly passed away on the 22nd of January due to a cardiac arrest. That's the reports that I can actually find. It was all of a sudden, and this is a big blow. For those of you who remember Gary Graham, he played Saval in Enterprise, and he also starred in Star Trek, Star Trek Voyager, as the Ocampa Tanis, who was 20 years old. So, and also for those who are aware of Alien Nation as well, he starred in that. So it is a sad blow to the sci-fi community, and he will be greatly missed. But Trip is still here, so let's jump in to actually look at Trip. And basically what we're going to do today is we're going to look at his officer ability, his below deck ability, and we're going to see, yes, we are going to see his below deck ability in action. I'm not quite sure how I would get round sorting out showing off his officer's ability, because, well, blowing things up, things blow up. This is decreasing your opponent's critical damage by 50% for 2 rounds. Now, this one's a little difficult for me to actually do because, one, I need to get a hostile to fight multiple rounds. Probably the Zindi would be the best bet. And it would have to have a high critical chance in order to actually proc those, block those, proc those critical hits. So, yeah, sadly, I'm not going to even try it because it's going to take me a while during recording this to do the officers at the below deck ability. But also next up I've put the total number of stats, so you can see what he maxes out at, which is 250%. How this will work at current, I don't think it's going to be very big. I mean, a 50% drop, I mean, do we actually... Well, yeah, it's a 50% drop doesn't seem particularly too bad. Now, do also note that it does say does not trigger at armadas or assaults. So, to be perfectly honest, it's a waste of time putting him on your ship, except for stats against armadas or assaults. Now, he will work against the red dots and against players. Against the gold dots, I'm not 100% sure, because obviously it doesn't say mission hostiles, but it does say hostile. So, yeah, take it as you will with that one. Obviously, weapons with multiple shots will only trigger this ability once per attack. So, you literally have, because it does stack, literally the more weapons you have, the more effective it will be. So, for instance, if an enemy... Now, hang on. Let me read this one correctly to make sure it... when you take damage from a hostile... Yeah, so, right. So, first of all, you've got to take the damage off the hostile. And it's going to go with the number of... I'm guessing, this is only presumption, I might be wrong. It will only work when the hostile fires at you. So, it'll go on the number of weapons the hostile has. So maybe like the Zindi one, where it's got the level 41s and up, where it's got 5 critical weapons firing 2 shots each. So that can be quite a significant boost. And obviously it will last for 2 rounds. Stacking all that, I mean, if every single, all 10 shots fired only happens 5 times. Yeah, it'll only happen 5 times. So with that particular one, you're looking at potentially of about a 250% reduction to critical damage off the hostile. So yeah, you could. There's a chance it might actually negate the hostiles' critical shots, pretty much like they can negate ours. But again, I would have to run some tests. So that will be done during a live stream. So watch out for that one. I'm hoping to actually do one this weekend ahead of the arc grading video. Yes, because we are near the end. So that's the officer's ability. Next up is the below deck ability. Obviously, he is an engineer, so he's not going to have the captain's ability, although it does say chain of command. Why they've actually put that in there, unfit to command would be easier. Although he did actually take command of Enterprise on a few occasions. So there is justification to actually giving him a captain's ability, but they decided not to. So below deck ability is hand in a cookie jar. So as you can see as well, put the how it all stacks out. I haven't got it written down to hand, but obviously it's there on the screen for you to see. But it does start at 30%, and basically is increasing the amount of loot that you actually get from the Herodian hostiles and Species 8472. Now, this will also work against the Herodian elite. Now, it doesn't say elite, but it will work against them. I've already had him on, and I was actually impressed with the numbers that I actually got. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run a couple of runs this evening, one without Trip Tucker on the bridge, and obviously with sorry, not on the bridge, below deck, but obviously with him below on the ship as well. So now if we reorganize, if we can just get rid of that bloody banner, if we organize this by ship, as you can see for ship A, there we go, put myself over, Scotty. So this is who I've got on ship A. I'm going to have 5 of 11 as captain, Grush and Neelix. Now, they're on my bridge. This is my staple Voyager crew. Obviously, I've added in data purely for this specific video, but normally that is now going to be occupied as Trip Tucker. So, data, Nero, Hugh, and the Doctor below deck. Now, I do have some loot bonuses with this in the form of 5 of 11 and the Doctor. I will be flying on Voyager because obviously I'm out in the level 50 system, which I can now reach. And obviously what we'll do is we'll look at the hostiles and we'll compare a single attack in comparison to a full cargo, an actual full load. So this is going to take me a while to record, but obviously that is all going to be edited out. So let's jump in and look at the single shot that we actually have to begin with. So, like I say, Voyager's already out there. So basically, we'll be getting the standard loadout that we would normally have. So, now I'm not going to attack this one because this one will not benefit the stats on it. So we'll be looking for an average range. So here we go. We've got a 594 loot hostile. So we're going to attack this, and then obviously we'll see what comes up in the cargo bay above me. And then obviously I'll summon this ship home, put Trip on, and then okay, what's happened? Oh, has the game bugged out? Would not shock me. So let's have a look. Let's go there. Scan in. Now, is it going to do something? No. So we're going to do that. Oh, and the hostiles disappeared. And there we go. So basically, I've doubled my cargo. So if we actually have a quick look at the calculator side of things. So what we had was 1082 divided by 594. So basically we've increased it by 98%. So we're looking at a 1.98 there. So 98% increase in loot. So what we're going to do is I'm going to recall Voyager. And I'm obviously going to repair it and put Trip Tucker on the below deck. Oh, look at that. It didn't really apparently cost me that much. I'm sure it did. So 8 minutes worth of damage. That's not too bad. So obviously now we're going to do the edit to where Trap, because I've got a 6-minute flight out there. Voyager sadly can't reach Discovery sadly can't reach it, even with the new abilities. It's new warp range that I've just got with the research. So there you go. See, put Trip Tucker on. So off we go. Okay, so Voyager's... I better put my glasses back down, don't I? Voyager is back, and as you can see, I've selected a new hostile. Obviously, this is going to only have 3 extra relics than the previous one. So for this now, I am actually looking closer. If I'm right, 1,200. If I'm right. I could be wrong. Between 1,200, 1,300. So we're going to get Voyager to attack it now. So it was only a few minutes, and I've activated a few exocomms as well just to speed up Voyager's ascension. And I had a couple of crashes as well while I was doing that as well. So there we go. So Voyager's done that one. There you go. There you go. There is literal proof it's gone up. Okay, now let's bring the handy dandy calculator in to actually just confirm it. And remember, this is the maths I am actually using is literally my score divided by what was originally there. So 1,367 divided by 5,9. Oh, hello. 597 on that one, and there you go. So around nearly a 230% increase there. So 130%. We'll go with 130% increase. So Trip has definitely added that 30% on, because remember the last one said 1.98. This is now obviously 2, so obviously you've got to change that main figure over, but it's 2.8. That's 30 above. That's 30% above. So that is Trip actually working. Now, what about when it comes to the A472? Is this going to work as well? Well, why don't we find out? So we're going to bring a hostile in. Obviously, I need... Oh, crap. It's coming in too fast. Too fast. Too fast. Quick. Quick. 1782, right? 1782. So, given the fact that we have Trip on the ship, we're going to see a significant increase. So, what we got out of that one was 4,000. 4,000. So, now, let's just take Trip off and actually show you this as well. Okay, so while that's traveling, what we're going to do is I'm just going to quickly show you the maths on this one again. So hopefully we're going to get that same roughly figure that what we've got there. So 4,080 divided by 1782, and there we go. We've got the same figure. So now, is there any point me doing another run? Well, Voyager's on its way, so we might as well at least show you that and show you the difference in what is actually providing. So clearly, we don't actually need to go much further. Trip Talker is actually working and is providing a benefit. Now, when you actually look at the various things for the refiner, let's see if I can actually view it at the minute. I'm not 100% sure I can. When the refinery kicks in, and we go down to the Voyager refinery, and no, unfortunately, it's not available for a day and a half. Basically, just to do the two chest pull, I need 38,000, 38 to 39,000 of those exotic biotoxins. I need a flipping lot. Now, to do in the Herogen loot exchange, I need around about 20 to 21,000 relics. Well, having Trip on the ship is definitely going to increase that amount of loot, and it means I'm going to be bringing home more relics per trip. Save me. So instead of potentially doing a trip every 3 days, yeah, every 3 days, I can now extend that to a trip every 4 days. Exotic biotoxins, I've actually got a better chance of getting pretty close to actually getting that loot. Now, is there officers that could potentially help increase the amount of loot I'm getting? Yes, Picard, the new Enterprise E Picard. However, I would have to sacrifice a slot on my bridge to actually do that. So if I take Grush off, I can't reach those level 50 systems. If I take Neelix off, yeah, I don't get the reduction in summoning costs. But if I take 5 of 11 off, well, to be honest, I'm breaking even. Because Picard is a flat 60. My 5 of 11 is currently at 60. She's got the chance to go tier 4 and make it 80%. But unfortunately, I just don't have the independent credits. Bottlenecks! But, so realistically, if I want to increase the amount of loot I'm getting, I really do need Neelix on the bridge. Because even the increased loot from, say, like a synergy with Picard and Data, or Picard and 5, it's not synergy, but 5, Picard and 5, and keeping Grush on there for the range. If I'm not reducing the amount of cost of the deuterium tanks, canisters, then technically I'm killing less hostiles, so I'm getting less loot. You saw how much loot I got from that one hostile. I got 4,000 loot from that one hostile. Now you imagine that kind of a drop by having one less. You saw, is Voyager there? Yes, Voyager's there. Good, so I've talked long enough. So if we actually quickly look, you can see my summoning cost is 286. Okay? 286. Normally it's 500. I've got nearly double the amount. So normally on a day, I would kill 3 hostiles. Now I can kill 5. So if I take Data off, I've lost those 2 ships. That's 8,000 loot I've lost. But am I going to get that back through loot boosting officers? Straight answer is no, I'm not going to get it back. I am not going to get it back. So realistically, the crew I've got is more than ample. Like I said, I can replace 5 of 11 with Enterprise E Picard. They're exactly the same at the minute. He's 60%, she's 60%. But I guarantee you, as soon as I send her to tier 4 and she goes 80%, she outstrips Picard. So to me, on balance, this is my best Voyager crew, having the Doctor below deck, and also now having Trip below deck, which is not on at the minute, because obviously I wanted to show you the stark difference. So let's call this hostile in. First we've got to find the damn thing. Here it is. So it's coming in today now with 1720. Okay, so it is coming in with a lot less, but that's absolutely fine. We can't control how much that happens. I really wish Scopely would actually put these with fixed amounts on, because it would certainly make things a lot better. But so we're looking at what, a 62 drop here. So we're definitely not going to get 4,000. I would probably say 4,800 would probably be the more accurate figure. But as you can see, no, we've got 3,422. So that is a drop. And again, let's just run the numbers. I know I said we didn't need to do this, but hell ho, why not? So 3,422 divided by 1720. There you go. We're back to 1.98. So at the end of the day, we're not getting as much loot now. So that is the power of Trip Tucker. Now imagine what that's going to be like when we finally get him maxed out. Sourcing, yeah. Sourcing is a bit of a pain in the ass. So if you was able to get him through the the SMSs, then brilliant. I did I did it over 2 weekends, and I also used the other various things like the Battle Pass, where we could source him that way. But future sourcing for the NX-01 crew, realistically, I don't actually know what that's going to be. So it's a case of we'll figure it out as we actually go. Hopefully Scopely is not going to keep us in the dark for too long on this one. But this is Scopely. Anything's possible. And as long as it's not as bad as what Voyager was when it was released. Again, but we've still got the Enterprise E crew that we've not got permanent sourcing for. So, chance of you getting him tiered up anymore is going to be the event store at the end of the arc. I am expecting that potentially around March time, but I'm not guaranteeing anything. It depends on how long they want Enterprise for. So, that's Trip. like I said, we'll run his bridge ability join the live stream that I'm next up. But until then, that's it. If you like the video, please don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not, and if you would like to become a channel member, the join button is available as well. If you don't want to do it that way, but you want to donate directly to the channel, PayPal, Cash App, the links are in the description below. Or the description of this video, should I say. So, yeah. Okay, that's it. Trip Tucker. Yeah, nice little increase. I'll take that any day. I'm Admiral Pegasus, this is the Pegasus Show. Thank you for joining me. Stay safe, live long and prosper, and I shall catch you on the next one. Goodbye.